There is a land where dreams and reality converge, where peaks pierce the sky, touching turquoise waters, and the melodies of nature compose the soundtrack to every step. This is Switzerland, a land that isn't just a destination, but a journey to discover the magic hidden in every atom, every valley, every stream, and every village tucked quietly away. This journey will take you to experience the true spellbinding charm of this heaven on earth. We will listen to the whispers of history echoing in ancient castles, feel the chill of millennial glaciers, and uncover the stories hidden behind the beauty that meets the eye. Are you ready to let your heart be captivated by this journey? Our journey begins in Geneva, the nation's second-largest city, embraced by the vast expanse of Lake Geneva. This is not just a hub for global organizations. It is a vibrant city where history and the present breathe as one. Water from the lake flows into the Rhone River, forever nourishing the city's beauty. In Roman times, this was merely an outpost named Geneva. But as time passed, it became the center of the Protestant Reformation under John Calvin and the birthplace of humanitarian ideals, where Henri Dunant founded the International Committee of the Red Cross. The city's most powerful symbol is undeniably the jet d'eau, or Geneva water fountain, launching water 140 meters into the sky, as if announcing the city's power and elegance to the world. It is a reflection of ambition and simple beauty, a perfect starting point to understand the charm of Switzerland. But if you venture deeper into the Old Town or Vieille Ville, you will find winding cobblestone streets, the St. Peter's Cathedral where Calvin once preached, and hidden little squares where time itself seems to slow down. This is Geneva, a city filled with both a cosmopolitan spirit and a private, tranquil beauty. From the grandeur of the city, we travel along the shore of Lake Geneva to the land known as the Swiss Riviera. This is the Lavaux vineyard, where thousands of vines cascade in elegant terraces from the hillsides to the water's edge. Sunlight striking the water's surface reflects back, creating a special microclimate that gives the grapes here a unique flavor. Locals call this phenomenon the three suns. The sun shining directly from the sky, the sun reflecting off the lake's surface, and the sun whose heat is stored in the stone walls of the terraces, slowly released during the night. Walking the small paths through villages like Aescher is to absorb a story passed down through centuries. Every step is an encounter with a winemaking culture recognized as a World Heritage Site. This isn't just viticulture, it's an art form passed from generation to generation. The primary grape grown is chasselas, yielding a white wine that is fresh and perfectly reflects the taste of the land. This is a landscape born from the collaboration between nature and human hands, a poem written with grapevines and azure water. And when you taste the wine, you understand why this land is so protected and revered. we journey deeper into the heart of western Switzerland, where time seems to stand still in the medieval town of Gruyères. A 13th century castle stands majestically atop a hill, looking down upon houses that have perfectly preserved their original architecture. Every corner, every cobblestone, whispers tales of the past. Legend says the town's founder saw a crane, grus in French, fly past, and thus named the town after the bird, which remains its symbol to this day. But Gruyère isn't just history. It is the birthplace of the world's most famous cheese. Its unique aroma lingers in the air, inviting us to taste a legend. At La Maison du Gruyère, a demonstration dairy, we witness every step of the process, from the fresh milk of cows grazing on alpine pastures to the meticulously aged wheels of cheese. And there is a famous dessert, meringue served with rich double cream. Perhaps the biggest surprise is the H.R. Giger Museum and Bar, created by the artist who designed the creature for the movie Alien. It stands in stunning contrast to the town's medieval atmosphere. To visit Gruyère is to travel back in time, to touch the breathing charm of the old world, and to encounter the unexpected. In the shadow of the world's most iconic mountain lies Zermatt, a car-free village brimming with life and alpine charm. The Matterhorn, with its unique pyramid shape, is the powerful backdrop that captivates every eye from every angle of the town. Its majesty never fails to impress. But behind this beauty lies a story of triumph and loss. In 1865, Edward Whymper and his team made the first successful ascent. Tragedy struck on the descent as 4 members fell to their deaths. This story cemented the Matterhorn as a legend, both alluring and formidable. The Gornergrat railway journey is an ascent to witness the most beautiful view. The peak of the Matterhorn, reflecting its silhouette on the calm surface of a mountain lake, is an image that will be etched in your heart forever. This railway was the first fully electric cogwheel railway in Switzerland, operating since 1898. It demonstrates the vision of blending technology with conservation tourism. In Zermatt, you will find only small, silent electric vehicles, preserving the pure air and tranquil atmosphere. This is a place where nature has crafted a masterpiece, and humans can only watch with humility and admiration, learning to coexist sustainably with its greatness. To get closer to the heart of the Matterhorn, we take a cable car to Schwarzsee, or the Black Lake. Amidst the vast alpine scenery, this small lake is an oasis of stillness. Its dark waters reflect the peak and the tiny chapel standing alone on its shore. Local legend says a giant washed his dirty feet in this lake, turning its waters black as we see them today. The small chapel is Maria zum Schnee, Mary of the Snows, a place where climbers often stop to pray for a blessing before beginning their ascent of the Matterhorn. From this point, a hiking trail leads us ever closer to the base of the Matterhorn, towards the Hernley Hut, the base camp for the climb. To walk this path is to confront greatness up close, where one can feel the power and spirit of the mountain. You see the details of the rock layers, hear the sound of small pebbles tumbling down, and feel the immensity of nature surrounding you. In the silence, there is only the sound of the wind sweeping past the peak. It is an experience both awesome and beautiful, making us understand why this mountain draws people from all over the world to challenge their own limits. We travel to another peak that offers a breathtaking experience. Glacier 3000, a land of snow and ice. Here, the Peak Walk, the world's only suspension bridge connecting two mountain summits, awaits to challenge the courage of its visitors. To step onto this bridge is to walk above the clouds, amidst a panorama of the Alps stretching as far as the eye can see. You feel the thin air and the chill on your skin. It is the feeling of standing at the top, able to see 24 famous peaks over 4,000 meters high, from Mont Blanc to the Matterhorn and the Jungfrau. Even when the fog rolls in to obscure the view, it only adds to the place's sense of mystery and discovery. It is standing at a pinnacle that makes us feel at one with the sky and the mountains. Besides the bridge, there is the Alpine Coaster, the world's highest mountain sled track, and glacier walks that let you truly experience the Ice Age. Glacier 3000 is not just a viewpoint. It is a high-altitude playground that delivers unforgettable memories. Nature has carved this immense limestone amphitheater with astonishing precision. Creux du Vent is a remarkable geological phenomenon. Sheer cliffs curve in a perfect circle, as if sculpted by a giant's hand. Small waterfalls trickle down the rock faces, creating an atmosphere of peace and power. This arena was formed by water and glacial erosion over millions of years, not by a volcano as many assume. The cliffs, over 160 meters high, stretch for more than 4 kilometers, creating their own unique ecosystem. At the center of the rock basin lies a spring, believed to maintain a constant temperature of 4 degrees Celsius year-round. This place has been nicknamed the Devil's Level, but what one feels is a sacred calm. The wind sighing past the cliffs and the sound of trickling water is nature's music, soothing the soul. It is a haven for wildlife. You might spot herds of ibex or chamois climbing nimbly along the cliff faces. To sit quietly at the edge of this amphitheater is to let the grandeur of nature embrace you, and to find the beauty hidden in the silence. It is a place that reminds us that the greatest force on earth is the power of time. As if lifted from the pages of a fantasy novel, the Lauterbrunnen Valley is a magical land of 72 waterfalls, streaming from sheer cliffs. It is said this place was J.R.R. Tolkien's inspiration for Rivendell, and seeing it with your own eyes, it's easy to see where that imagination came from. The valley's name literally translates to many springs, a perfect reflection of its reality. The sound of cascading water echoes throughout the valley, creating a fresh and vibrant atmosphere. The Staubach Falls, plunging almost 300 meters, is the most prominent feature. The mist, carried on the wind, creates a light veil that covers the village below. Its beauty inspired Goethe to write his poem Song of the Spirits over the Waters. But the true marvel may lie hidden deep inside the mountain at Trimmelbach Falls. These are 10 glacial waterfalls raging inside the mountain. An elevator takes you up to witness the immense power of the water, carving through the rock at a rate of 20,000 liters per second. To stand in this valley is to hear a symphony of water that has played for millennia, a spell that makes us forget the outside world for a moment. From the valley floor, we ascend to Mürren, a village on the mountainside where Swiss chalet charm is in full bloom. Wooden houses adorned with colorful flowers line small pathways, all set against the backdrop of the 3 legendary peaks, the Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. The atmosphere here is peaceful and intimate, like another world hidden high above. Mürren is a traditional Walser village whose people settled these high-altitude lands centuries ago. The fact that the village is car-free ensures its tranquility remains. The only sounds you hear are cowbells, the laughter of people, and the wind blowing past the peaks. For those who love a challenge, the Via Ferrata route is an unforgettable adventure. This iron path involves walking along cliff faces and crossing wire bridges suspended over a deep abyss, testing both mind and body. You must clip your safety harness to cables fixed to the cliff, moving forward one step at a time. It's an experience requiring focus and courage, but the reward is a breathtaking bird's-eye view of the Lauterbrunnen Valley and the feeling of conquering your own limits. It is an adventure that perfectly blends beauty and excitement. Above Mürren lies the Schilthorn summit, made famous by the 1969 James Bond film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The journey to this peak is an ascent to another world, where a 360-degree panorama of the Alps appears before you. The Jungfrau, Mönch, and Eiger stand majestically, seemingly within reach. On a clear day, you can see as far as the Black Forest in Germany and Mont Blanc in France. The revolving restaurant Piz Gloria allows us to soak in the beauty from all directions while imagining the legendary action scenes. The location was built specifically for the film, and the name Piz Gloria comes from the movie itself. There is a Bond World 007 exhibition for fans to revisit the scenes. And for those seeking a thrill, the Thrill Walk is a glass and mesh walkway that clings to the cliff face, making your heart race as you take in the terrifyingly beautiful views. To stand on this summit is to experience the perfect blend of natural beauty and cinematic charm. We arrive in Grindelwald, a picturesque village that perfectly reflects the traditional image of Switzerland. Wooden chalets are scattered across lush green meadows, overshadowed by the formidable Eiger North Face. This is where the gentleness of the meadows meets the strength of the mountain. The Eiger North Face is one of the 3 most challenging cliffs in the Alps, also known as the Mordwand or Murder Wall, as many climbers have lost their lives here. The story of its conquest is filled with bravery and tragedy. Activities here are diverse, from riding an e-bike along scenic paths, breathing in the fresh air, to taking the cable car to First, where adventure awaits. You can walk the First Cliff Walk, a bridge suspended along the cliff face, soar on the First Flyer zipline at high speed, or brave the First Glider, an eagle-shaped ride. Then descend via mountain cart and trotty scooter down beautiful trails. Finally, discover the tranquil beauty of Lake Sils, where the still water reflects the mountain peaks like nature's great mirror. Grindelwald is a vast playground crafted by nature itself. The journey to the top of Europe, Jungfraujoch, is one of the most memorable train experiences in the world. The Jungfrau Railway slowly climbs, passing through a tunnel drilled straight through the heart of the Eiger and Mönch Mountains, before arriving at the highest railway station in Europe at 3,454 meters above sea level. The construction of this railway was a masterpiece of engineering, taking 16 years from 1896 to 1912. Workers had to endure extreme weather and danger to complete this seemingly impossible route. At this summit, the entire world seems to be at your feet. The view of the Aescher Glacier, the longest in the Alps, stretches out to the horizon. The Sphinx Observatory, perched high on a peak, is one of the highest observatories in the world, conducting research in astronomy, meteorology, and glaciology. Another highlight is the Ice Palace, where tunnels and halls are intricately carved into the heart of the glacier. You walk past ice sculptures, feeling the chill of the ancient ice, a testament that we have reached a place where humanity and nature meet in astonishing ways. Let's get to know this river of ice more closely. The Aescher Glacier is a stunning UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site. At 23 kilometers long and in some places nearly a kilometer thick, it is the largest and longest glacier in the Alps. Its elegant curve flowing through the valley is a portrait of nature's immense, slow-moving power. This glacier was formed by millennia of accumulated snow, its weight compressing the lower layers into ice, which began to move slowly downhill under gravity, only a few hundred meters per year. Hiking to the Eggeshorn summit offers the most complete panoramic view of this glacier. Seeing this ice river with your own eyes is to realize our world is full of wonders far beyond imagination. But at the same time, it is a reminder of nature's fragility. This glacier is melting and retreating at an alarming rate due to climate change. A visit here is not just about admiring beauty, but about acknowledging our shared responsibility to protect this precious heritage. Above the town of Interlaken, the Harderkolm viewpoint awaits. A funicular railway takes us steeply up the mountainside, revealing an ever-expanding vista until we reach the summit. Here, a pointed viewing platform juts out into the air like a ship floating above the valley. Local legend tells of the Hardermann, the face of an old man that appears in the cliff face. It is said to be a monk turned to stone for harassing a young maiden, forced to watch over Interlaken for all eternity. From this point, we can see the two lakes, Lake Thun and Lake Brienz, flanking Interlaken, with the three legendary peaks, Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau, standing tall as a backdrop. Especially as the sun sets, golden light bathes the peaks in the water, creating a scene as beautiful as a painting. The restaurant, built to resemble a small castle, adds to the dreamlike atmosphere. Standing here is to see the complete picture of the Jungfrau region's beauty, and to understand why it is called the heart of Switzerland. On the shore of the turquoise Lake Brienz, the small community of Isoltwald lies hidden in tranquility. It is the picture of a dream lakeside village where small wooden houses line the shore, and an old castle sits gracefully on a peninsula jutting into the lake. The atmosphere is filled with romance and peace. The color of Lake Brienz is a unique turquoise, caused by tiny glacial particles that flow into the lake, making the water slightly opaque and reflecting the sunlight in this magnificent color. The beauty of Isoltwald made it a popular destination, especially after it was featured in the famous Korean series Crash Landing on You, turning its small pier into a must-visit spot for tourists from around the world. Yet it still retains the charm of a small fishing village. Sitting by the water, watching the boats on the turquoise surface, or renting a kayak to explore small coves, is to let time flow slowly and to drink in the simple, perfect beauty. Hidden amidst the mountains, Lake Oeschinensee, is one of the most beautiful gems of the Swiss Alps. To journey here is to discover a hidden paradise. The deep blue water is encircled by steep cliffs covered in green trees, with small waterfalls trickling down. The lake was formed by a massive prehistoric landslide, which created a natural dam, allowing water from the surrounding glaciers to collect and form this stunning lake. This is truly nature's playground, Whether rowing into the middle of the lake to feel the grandeur of the scenery, swimming in the refreshingly cold water, or hiking the trails above the lake to look down on the view below. In summer, there is the Rodelbahn, or alpine slide, that sends you racing down the hill with a view of the lake. When winter comes, the lake freezes over completely, allowing people to ice skate or ice fish. Every activity makes us feel part of this pristine nature. The village of Lungern is a true reflection of idyllic Swiss tranquility. A beautiful church stands prominently on a hill, looking down upon a calm, emerald-green lake and charming houses lining its shore. Every element combines into a perfect, postcard-like image. But behind this beauty lies an interesting story. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the villagers lowered the lake's level twice to gain more flat land for farming. It was an extraordinary undertaking, showing human ingenuity in adapting to the environment. Strolling along the lakeshore is to let peace envelop your mind. The sound of the church bells echoing across the valley, and the sight of reflections on the water's surface is a spell that makes us fall in love with the simple, beautiful life in this land. If you drive over the Brunig Pass, a viewpoint allows you to capture this iconic high-angle shot, confirming why Switzerland is known as a fairy tale land. The journey to the village of Stews begins with excitement. We must take the steepest funicular railway in Europe, which climbs up to this car-free village on a high plateau. This funicular is an incredible feat of engineering, with spherical cabins that rotate to match the incline, allowing passengers to stand on a level floor even as the track hits a 110% gradient. It offers a unique experience from the very start. From the Frontalpstock Peak, we can see the arms of Lake Lucerne branching out in all directions like a fjord, surrounded by massive mountains. For hikers, the ridge trail connecting to the Klingenstock Peak is one of the most beautiful, offering panoramic views along its entire 4.4-kilometer length. Walking on this narrow ridge with vast landscapes on both sides is a feeling that is both thrilling and liberating. This is a place that makes you feel like you are walking on top of the world. We arrive in Zurich, Switzerland's largest city and its financial center. But beneath its modern, business-like facade, Zurich is rich with history and culture. The old town, founded in Roman times as Ituricum, still charms with its cobblestone streets and ancient buildings. The Grossmünster Church, with its iconic twin towers, is linked to the legend of the city's patron saints, Felix and Regula, who were executed and are said to have walked up the hill carrying their own heads. The Limmat River flowing through the city center and Lake Zurich stretching into the distance are the residents' recreational areas. The Bahnhofstrasse is one of the world's most expensive shopping streets. Yet Zurich is also a city of art, where the Dada art movement was born in 1916 to protest the war and the absurdity of society. Zurich is proof that progress can coexist harmoniously with nature and history. It is a city of balance and vibrancy in every aspect. Not far from Zurich, the landscape changes completely. This is the Appenzell region, where the unique limestone peaks look like dragon mountains from a fantasy world. The lush green of the meadows contrasts sharply with the gray of the rock, creating a scene that is both beautiful and formidable. The culture of the Appenzell region is distinct. The people still hold fast to old traditions, such as wearing traditional dress and the Alpabzug festival, where beautifully decorated cows are paraded down from the mountain pastures in autumn. The highlight here is staying overnight in a mountain guest house to watch the last light of day fade, and visiting the iconic Aescher Wildkirchli restaurant, built miraculously onto the face of a cliff. This restaurant was built adjacent to caves once inhabited by prehistoric humans and a small, centuries-old chapel. Reaching it requires a hike and passing through a cave, an adventure that is worth it when you see the incredible sight with your own eyes. To visit Appenzell is to step into a land of legend and touch the magic created by both nature and culture. In eastern Switzerland, the Kaiserrug Peak awaits. The view of the Kurfürsten mountain range, lined up like the teeth of a saw, is the iconic image here. This range consists of 7 peaks, lined up in a remarkably straight row. The summit building on Kaiserrug was designed by world-renowned architects Herzog and de Meuron, using wood as the primary material to blend with the environment. From the high peak, we look down upon Lake Wallen, stretching out in the valley below. Lake Wallensee, is a large body of water surrounded by steep mountains on both sides, giving it a grand and imposing atmosphere, similar to a Norwegian fjord. The steep cliffs make much of the shore inaccessible by car, creating a quiet and private ambiance. The town of Amden, perched dramatically on the mountainside, is a reflection of adaptation to nature. This is a place to relax, whether by swimming, boating, or simply sitting and watching the beauty before you, listening to the echoes that resonate across the valley. We travel to the Italian-speaking region of Switzerland, where the culture and atmosphere shift. The Verzasca Valley is famed for its crystal-clear water, so transparent it has been called the clearest river in the world. The smooth white stones eroded by the water along its banks are its beautiful signature. The valley's name means Green Water Valley, derived from the emerald color of the river. But be warned, the water is freezing cold year-round at only 7 to 10 degrees Celsius. The double-arched Roman bridge, or Ponte dei Salti, that spans the river is its most famous image, and a spot where brave souls challenge the height by cliff jumping into the emerald water below. And one must not miss the Verzasca Dam, where the memorable opening scene of the James Bond film GoldenEye was filmed. This is a place where raw natural beauty meets fun and vibrancy, and where you see traditional stone houses, or rustiti, unique to the Ticino region. Near the Italian border, we encounter a stunning feat of railway engineering. The Bruzio Circular Viaduct was built in 1908, not just for beauty, but to solve the problem of the railway's steep gradient. It forces the train to loop in a circle to gradually and safely descend. It was a brilliant and elegant solution for the mountainous terrain, and has become one of the most iconic images of the Bernina railway line. Seeing the bright red Bernina Express glide through the viaduct's 9 arches is an impressive sight. It is the perfect blend of human technology and the beauty of the surrounding nature. This railway line is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, an outstanding example of railway construction that harmonizes perfectly with the high-altitude landscape of the Alps. Exploring around and under the bridge only increases our awe at the genius of its past designers. Our journey concludes in autumn at Lake Sils near St. Moritz. This is one of the best places to see the changing colors of the larch trees. The entire forest turns a brilliant golden yellow, contrasting with the deep blue of the lake and the white of the first snow on the peaks. This was a favorite place of the famous philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. He spent several summers here, and it is said the idea of eternal recurrence came to him while walking beside this very lake, lending the place an air of philosophy and depth. Lake Sils is the largest natural lake in the Alps above 1,000 meters. A peninsula juts into the lake, creating a unique hiking path. When winter arrives, the lake freezes solid, giving rise to the unique activity of horse-drawn sleighs crossing the ice. To walk amidst the colors of autumn, or to feel the silence of winter, is the perfect conclusion to our journey. It is a final absorption of the spellbinding charm of Switzerland, beautiful and unforgettable. From sky-piercing peaks to fantastical valleys, from modern cities to villages where time stands still, Switzerland has revealed its spellbinding charm in every aspect. It is a land that teaches us the value of both greatness and simplicity at the same time. This journey was not just a visit to places, but a journey into the heart of nature and history. And this is the conclusion of a journey filled with beautiful memories, which will remain etched in our hearts for a long time. If you enjoyed this enchanting journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to join us in discovering the hidden spells of destinations around the world. Until next time, goodbye.